about the subject. Vittorio Longhi is an Italian journalist of Eritrean origins. His writings has been published across a range of print and online media, including the Associated Press, The Guardian, New York Times, and Repubblica. He is the author of The Immigrant War, a global movement against discrimination and exploitation.
I was mute. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me. Concerned about what's going on in Africa and the broader, say, perspective that we might have as a movement, globally speaking. The representation of Black people globally, and this has to do also with the issue of citizenship in Italy and in some other European countries. So, but when it comes to the manifests and to the conditions of African people today, let's see what was going on in Ethiopia these days, or what happened in Nigeria a few months ago. So my question and also my concern is, how do you think that these movements and this networking should relate to what's going on in Africa
in Africa, and what does BLM mean in Africa, and can Africans also, or those across the African continent participate in Black Lives Matter? Who are they being oppressed by? There's so many nuances in this discourse on justice, social justice, equality, that are only amplified in the African discourse because of the history of colonialism and the impact. We as individuals who are involved in this, and that's all of us, right? We all have a part to play, a micro and at a macro level, whether it is talking, as we mentioned in this call earlier, educating your children, educating community, educating society, and educating yourself, that we all have a role to play, whether it's at the small level or at the community level. You're educating at your school or at, in your work environment, up to the highest levels, whether it's some of us going to speak to the president or speak to the prime minister. So when I think of the movement for Black lives as it pertains to the African continent and the diaspora, I think that it's as relevant as ever because it exposes the nuances of these challenges, or which institutionalized racism that lies behind it, which can, take a number of forms. Like I say, justice doesn't have a race, right? You don't have to be a certain race to believe in justice. So I believe that applies to this conversation in terms of Africa, the diaspora, and involvement in this movement for Black lives.